Movember Nuke.
Hello my dear artist, it is the number 26 about Movember Nuke tweak, and today we are talking about a magic keyer, a keyer without premult and without an unpremult. So we start our journey with a plate. So I will use this one from the movie Tear of Steel, so that's totally free. So if you are curious to take a green screen element with a very nice quality, go on the website. And you will just work a bit with the two methods you discovered in the start of this adventure about the plus operation and the divide multiply operation. So at the first part, we will just suppose that the green screen is clean. And I will just use a constant. And this constant will be at the same green as this element. So I will just pick and I will have the same kind of green screen. We will see later that it will be better to create a very clean green screen or to create a very nice clean plate. You have both way to work. So I will remove this green information, who has the same as the green screen, from my background. So I will remove of the background the same amount of green as the plate. You start to see what's happened. If I remove green of the plate, I will be able to add the green from the plate on this background. So that's the start of the work, and as you see, that doesn't work as well, and that's pretty normal. Because we had information, but it's global. We just put something on the background, and for a real job of over something and another thing, if you take a look on a merge, you will see that the operation on over, for example, it is A plus B 1 minus alpha. That means you remove from the background any information who are in the alpha. We don't have an alpha, yes, but we know what we want to remove of the plate. You want to remove from the plate the green. So that will be easier to explain to the soft that the green will be respected. You will have on the background the right amount of green, but we have to remove everything which is not on the green, so the characters and the element. So I will use a multiply. If it's white, that will stay the background. If it's black, we have to extinct the background. So I can use the multiply operation to do that, but unfortunately you have to compensate that. Because if you multiply directly the background, you will just extinct the background, even if there is a white. So to do this, you have to do the invert of the multiply. And to do this, if you remember, the invert of the multiply is a divide. So I will use the luminosity of my clean plate, the famous green you create together, as an invert reference. So if I divide by this value, you will see that the background will be suddenly brighter, really brighter, and that's what we want. We want this. You want something brighter because when we multiply with the plate, now we have the silhouette totally black, and we have the background who stay where there is a green screen. So that's perfect for us. Now I will be able to plus, and as you see, we have now the characters over the background without any premult, without any keying. But there is some issue with this technique. For example, I saw through the characters. Why? Because if I take a look on my black and on some element, that's not going correctly because it's not the right average. I just use the green screen, and any keyer work with a difference. That means we have to use the red and the blue channel to create a kind of mask. So don't remember, if I add my blue and my white channel, I will have 2 values. And to create an average with 2 values, you have to divide by 2. So on the multiply, I will multiply by 0.5. It's like divide by 2. And I will just remove this kind of information from my green screen. As you see now, we have a matte, a perfect one. And I will use this matte. And I will just use my multiply. Okay, that's going to be really interesting. But again, there is an issue. We will see through the character on some zone. Why? Because if you take a look on the minus, now we have negative value. I want something equal to 0, not under 0. And to do that, I will just use a clamp, just to avoid this negative value in this zone, and now I will have just 0. Yeah, and tada! Look the magic. That's pretty incredible. We have a key without a key, and this technique is really wonderful for keep some detail around a character, on defocus or hair detail, and a lot of information like that. So now I will show you the same method with more nodes. Yep, let's go. So this is the same technique. We have a plate, like this. We have a plate. We have the clean plate. So this time the clean plate is made with an IBK color. We have the background. We minus the background by the clean plate. And the job we do together about do a balance between red and blue on the green channel, we will do the same that for the clean plate and for the plate. That means for the clean plate we have something like this, and for the plate we have something like this. You now recognize the system. I will use this to divide my background, so my background will be lighter in the white zone, and with the multiply will have an effect very nice and perfect on the background. And now I will be able to apply this matte on the background. And for the last operation, the plus. Once again, as you see now, that clean, because now we have a perfect clean plate or a perfect green screen. In our case, this clean plate was really perfect. And as you see, we keep a lot of info, even the motion blur. And if you remember, motion blur is pretty hard to keep. So that's all, folk. I hope you love this magic key. If you have a question, maybe you'll be able to just write a comment, and don't forget, this is for the Movember, so don't hesitate to give a donation on the Movember webpage, and I say see you soon.